Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RuckU, Will's World, Will's Waffle, RuckU Ramblings, whatever you want to call it. But look, the Six Nations, eh? First, actually, Docker darling, just a little commiseration for the predicament you find yourself in. I was going to wear a black armband, but then I realised I didn't care that much. Anyway, so the Six Nations. Wow, it's going to be good. I noticed Mike Tyndall, one of the experienced boys brought back in, has said that he wants England to get back to the stage of being hated by everyone. And I thought, you know, I could help with that. I had an uncanny knack of instilling that sort of emotion in most people. I remember, because when I first played for England, a long time ago, we used to stay in some strange places when we played away from home. Scotland, we used to stay in beautiful countryside, miles away from Edinburgh. We'd have a really good time there, drive into Edinburgh, lose, and go home. And when we played in Wales, very similar, but we used to stay just over the bridge, literally, go over the bridge and stay there, just on the water, by the river, where you could still see England, still smell England. We used to stay there, could still see Blighty. Drive into Cardiff, lose, and go home. And so I remember '91 when we decided, I sat down with some guys, we looked at where we stayed. So we've got to stay in the middle of Cardiff. And Jeff Cook said, you know, let's get in there, let's get on with it, make a statement, we're here, and we're here to win. Anyway, so we did, stayed in the middle of Cardiff, and it was brilliant, because the team coach pulls up outside this lovely hotel. It was for Cardiff. We were getting out, literally just getting out. I got my kit bag, and this white van pulled up, and the window went up, Carling, I bloody hate you. It was lovely, really. He said, oh, you bloody fuck off back to England and take the rest of your fucking team with you. So we'd arrived in Cardiff. It was nice. But, which was the same year, I know old story, but this is when we were hated, and we won the game, got drunk, and Robert Jones, legend, I sort of walked into the Angel Hotel with Winterbottom, and old guy walks past me in his DJ, and I said, good evening, because it's polite, good evening. And he grabbed me by my lapels, put me up against the wall, you know, and gave me what for. We would have had you in the 70s, Carl, we would have had you. And he was ranting and raving. Anyway, I got to the dinner, and I was sitting there with Rob Jones, being childish, flicking things at people, you know, food, that sort of stuff. And eventually I said to Jones, Jesus, a nutter. Got me on stage, and I pointed him out. And Rob will verify this. He said, oh yeah, it was last year's president. Matt Cleety. So the Welsh are favourites, eh? Marvellous. But just going in order, Ireland against France. Looking at it on a serious note, Ireland against France. Bit of a last chance saloon, I think. Keith Wood was saying, you know, these Irish boys getting a bit old. So the last chance probably to win a championship. Wallace O'Driscoll centre partnership. Interesting. Will it bring the best out of O'Driscoll? Which I think will be vital if the Irish to win. The French, who knows? They don't. They've not picked Al-Assad. I think that could be a big mistake. I'm not convinced by them really. And you know, away from home, it could be cold. It might be running. Thinking nightclubs, Lisson Street. Irish to win. England, Italy. Great shame that Kerr's out. I'm a big fan of his. And Bergamasco is at 9 for the Italians, the Irish. I'm talking about playing a tie game, and I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Yeah, the Italians got a big pack, all that sort of stuff. Best number 8 in the world. I agree with that. But I think with the English, who knows, could Good be a hero? I know he's got a lot of stick on the site, obviously not from me, but who knows? Like one of those games where come Sunday morning everyone's going, what a great selection Good was. So I think us chaps will win, which will go down terribly well with the Celtic nations. Scotland, Wales. Scotland leaving Patterson out. He's been their point scorer, points accumulator, their only point scorer really. So a brave decision as well as a stupid one. White in the second row. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of White, but not in the second row. The Welsh. Well, they've got it all, haven't they? They are favourites this year. And it looks like the Scottish are going to play, you know, by putting White in the second row, they're going to try and play a mobile game against the Welsh. Probably one of the best backlines, if not the best backline in the Northern Hemisphere. Got the skills. I'm not sure that the Scots have. So if they try and play the Welsh at a wide game, forget it. I think the Welsh will do it. It'll be a little bit tighter than Dowie as known. Sorry, has been talking about. But I think the Welsh will do it, and I think it's going to be about attitude. First game of the Six Nations is attitude. Always used to add a little tension to our team meetings. I remember my last little waffle. We were having a chat around because I was a great captain. I was a great charismatic captain. So I used to have team meetings where everyone else talked because I didn't know what was going on. And I remember we were chatting one day about we weren't getting particularly quick ball. We weren't scoring a lot of tries, primarily because I was playing. But that aside, so we were having this discussion, and we were sitting around trying to talk about what the issues were. When Rory got up, Rory Underwood got up and said, "Well, can I say something to the forwards?" Now, all of us who play rugby realise, although we joke about it, forwards, backs, there is a difference. The forwards do all the hard work, they're tough. The backs, we're predominantly gay, and we do not a lot. And there are not many backs in world rugby that I can think of who could stand up in front of the pack and be respected. Frank Bunce, possibly, but not many. Rory, he wasn't in that category. So he stood up anyway, and he said, "Guys, what I really think is wrong is it's the forwards. The problems with you guys, your body angles when you're going into rucks and mauls is wrong, your attitude's wrong, there's no aggression." He went on for a good few minutes about, their technique was bad, they're not aggressive enough with people, not rocking enough with people, not hurting people. Who's coming out with this, Rory? And I'm sitting there, looking at him like, wow. He doesn't drink either, you see, didn't have that excuse. And I'm looking very subtly at a few of the forwards who were just sitting there, looking at him. Eventually Ross finishes. He said, "So, I said my point." And I looked at him and went, "Yeah." I said, "Dino, you got anything to say?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "What?" He went, "Shut up and sit down." And I looked at Ross and I was like, I said, "Wade?" He said, "Yep." I said, "What?" He said, "Oh, fuck off." See you next week.